Where are you from?
England, Anglia. So today we're heading to a Indian market. I guess you can call it a market. It's in a bit of a strange place, you'll see when we get there. But yeah man, I've been there before in 2024 and I want to go back, and I'm on a mission today because I'm buying Misha, which is Kat's, it's not Kat's dad, stepdad I guess you could say, and I'm buying him some tea. I'm going to try and buy him some tea because he's a legend. Misha, he's a legend. And yeah, I thought why not get him some tea if I can. I'm just taking a walk to the metro and we're going to Sevastopolskaya. So see you there. That is where the market is. That grey Soviet building. Not your typical market as you probably may thought. Keeping my camera down low so the security guard doesn't stop me, I head to the second or third floor where the market actually begins, and right away we can see a bead shop and suitcases lying in the corridor. And as expected, they're selling cheap phone accessories and electronics. But this lower floor is almost completely empty, and this is typical for this place because the higher you go, the cheaper everything gets. So most people head straight to the top floor, and the bottom floor, well, these levels stay quiet as a result. And you can see for yourself, there's pretty much no one down here. A tobacco and shisha shop here to my right, and a cheap perfume shop to my left. And another sign here saying, more tobacco. But one thing that stood out immediately to me was the number of bead and jewellery shops packed with, well, Russian women browsing. And I'm not sure what it is about these beads and spiritual stones that fascinates them so much, but they clearly love them. Just endless shops of beads, and I don't know why. There's too many. So these are all the different shops on this floor. Toys, cooking goods, electrical goods. Ah, says it here as well, okay. Another tobacco shisha shop here. But look, a lot of this market, it seems just sell poor quality stuff. You know, stuff you'd expect to find on some dodgy website. I mean, as you can see here, all of this stuff, I mean, yeah, I think this speaks for itself, right? I even spotted a Victory Day St. George ribbon bags and, bizarrely, an England bag. Not sure who's buying these type of things, and it makes me wonder, how is any of this profitable? I spent most of my time going floor to floor and taking pictures of the information boards. I skipped the lifts completely. They were packed when I arrived, and I didn't want to just spend all my time waiting for them because everyone's going to the top. I also found surprisingly sharp toy knives and axes, I presume aimed at kids. And I think we used to sell this stuff in England, but with health and safety nowadays in England, yeah, I think they're discontinued. As I was failing to find a shop that sells Indian tea, which is the whole reason for me coming to this market, I had to ask for help.
Ребята, я хочу купить чай.
Чай, индийский чай.
Индийский чай.
Грузинский чай.
4.
14. 1-4.
1-4.
Where are you from?
England, Anglia. Yeah, exactly.
Anglia?
Uh-huh.
To the 14th floor.
Спасибо. Спасибо. Floor 14, let's go. Fucking well I. 14, 15. 14, 9. 14, 15.
315 कह रहे हैं, ये 325 नंबर है।
Yes, chai.
Что вам помочь?
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Я хочу купить индийский чай. Сили чай? Сили чай? Strong.
Что, мне это просто крепкий есть. Вот, крепкий чай, вот. Принеси. Да.
Можно мне 100?
На ленге?
Да,
Да, это что?
100, пожалуйста. Да. Спасибо. Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте. Все?
Да, все.
400 рублей.
Наличными, да? Или...
Наличный перевод. Наличный.
Спасибо. Спасибо. Oh, what is this up here? Just found a restaurant up here. What the hell? Здравствуйте. That is interesting. What does that say, man? Cafe. I don't even know what that says, man. Last floor. I hate heights, man. Once I reached the upper levels, there was more boxes, and I know you can't see, but there definitely was more activity and more people. I did find a few interesting shops among all of the bead shops, including a board game shop with Russian chessboards and whatever else you can see here. I also found a Indian Mini-Mart, but I was quite disappointed because almost everything they sold in there was Russian products. I stumbled across a Russian Patriotic shop selling flags, stickers, and yeah. So that was pretty cool to see. So I've only just understood that these things actually tell you where to go and what floor. There's a second building, that one, but I thought all I'm seeing are shops with beads and cheap perfume, so I thought it can't be much of a difference, right? So I went in and the first floor, what did I see? Beads. So I just thought I'm not going to go in there. It's moderately interesting, I'll say that. It's just weird to find such a community inside a block, and I don't understand how it's profitable, because surely you don't need that many shops selling the same thing, right? But you just think that whole block there is full of shops, and it's strange because you wouldn't think it. It just looks like a run-down apartment building, but really it's a centre. Crazy. I just hope Misha likes his tea, because I have no idea if it's strong or not, and I have no idea what this is either. It's just a Masala Chai. So there we go. That was the weird mini Indian market, or Afghan. I saw an Afghanistan-Russian sort of collaboration, so maybe it's Afghanistan. I'm going to be taking my meds now because I recently had food poisoning. So these are the meds I have to take before I eat my lunch. Ooh. If there's one lesson I've learned today, it's that I really need to push myself more to learn and improve my Russian. Like, I know I'm speaking with foreigners, Indians, or Afghanis, I don't know. But one thing is paramount, is that I definitely need to improve. I definitely need to push myself harder, because I know I can do it. There's 2 foreigners speaking Russian, you know, a foreign language, so it does make it a little bit more difficult. But man, if I could just speak Russian a little bit better than I currently can, I'd feel so much more comfortable in social situations. So I'm in Sevastopolskaya, a place where I've never been before, and I'm trying to find a nice place to eat my lunch away from the construction noise going on over there. So Russian subscribers, let me know if Sevastopolskaya is a impoverished area in Moscow, because I'm getting the idea, at least in this specific area of Sevastopolskaya, it's a little bit impoverished. I can't speak English. Impoverished. Impoverished. Yeah. I mean, this park here. Yeah, I'm not saying every park needs to be brand spanking new and everything, but like, it seems a little bit run down. But I think there's a beauty to it. It's not just like a bad thing. I don't know. Obviously not being used. I don't know. I'm just interested. Differences with my channel in Russia, yeah, compared to the other ones that make these kinds of videos. I'm not afraid to actually show you what I see with my eyes, which I think is a good thing, because it's easy to sort of show a specific side that you want to show, right? And the side that I want to show of Russia is the real side. Russia's a beautiful country, but also, like, it is also a real country. There are raw things and run down things. But yeah, I think this place is just run down, because typically I'm going to walk over here and get my white shoes muddy, but typically from all the places I've been in Moscow, things like this would be kept, like well kept. Like, it's an outside gym, well, not an outside gym, but there's equipment and it's just overgrown. But look. Ooh, it's a bloody wasp. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, I say. It's just life, isn't it? It's just life. Just an interesting contrast, I don't know. I really don't want to seem like a bad person, but I just put my sandwich into the bin, or so I thought, and it's got a bloody hole in it. So if I technically just littered in Russia, I've just what's it called? I just committed a crime. That's what I'm trying to say. Shit. Now that bin had a bottom in it. Like, even the difference between the bins, they're like modern futuristic bins. That was only literally probably 2-minute walk.